Welcome to Ethereum Cat Herders Meeting 96. I have shared agenda in chat, and as usual, we will start with our first item, network upgrade. Ethereum is expecting next network upgrade, probably named as Shanghai on the execution side and Capella on the consensus side. The name of the network upgrade hasn't been decided yet. The bike sharing on that has to be done. But in the meanwhile, development team have started looking into the proposals. I have added the link to the Shanghai page at Ethereum Cat Herders website that lists current 6 CFI proposals. Please take a look. We are trying to add related resources for each of the proposals under discussion or under consideration for the next network upgrade. There is one proposal, EIP 4844, that is going to be a huge proposal. And for that, from today, we are going to have a public implementers call. I have added a link to the call agenda as well as the notes. The timing for this call is 14:30 UTC. Probably it is under progress at the time we are speaking. From the past upgrade merge, I got an opportunity to talk to CNBC team about proof of a stake and why that is important for the blockchain ecosystem. I have added the link to the YouTube and the piece that was shared by the mainstream media. Moving on to hackathon and events. Recently, we concluded DEF CON. We will talk about further events. We are joined by Rory, who was a volunteer for DEF CON organizing. Rory, if you would like to take a minute and talk about the event.
Yeah. So I just got back yesterday morning, so I'm still kind of collecting thoughts and everything. But overall, I thought it went really well. A lot of positive feedback from attendees, volunteers, people from the EF. I guess like one of the main concerns like with it, I suppose, was the Wi-Fi. The first day was quite so many people in the venue, and just kind of being there at the same time. This was the first event that that venue hosted at that size, approximately 6,000 attendees. So it definitely strained the Wi-Fi, but as the week went on, it got a lot better. I mean, there was a lot of content, a lot of programs crammed, throughout the 4 days. And I thought just only really one of the incident with that regarding speaker disputes. And a lot of people felt, that attended that were hesitant at first felt glad that they were able to attend or attended. There really wasn't, I guess, too big of a issue around security. A few people, I think, maybe had their phones pickpocketed whilst on the street waiting for crossing the streets via motorcyclists. But all in all, I think it was, in terms of safety and security, people felt comfortable with it. And luckily, the venue did provide a lot of their own security and staff as well. So I think that helped monitor people trying to sneak in or anything like that. And trying to think. Yeah, I mean, I guess personally, it was a great event. I thought this is my first DEF CON. And yeah, I mean, there's the programming, the volunteers were incredible. We had a lot of great volunteers helping with the event, and just the DEF CON team itself, we worked pretty tirelessly, I guess, for the past month and a half, 2 months, making sure that it was as best as it could be. And yeah, everybody's looking forward to when the next DEF CON will be and where that will be. Not sure if anybody has any questions about it or if anybody else was in attendance.
Well, thank you for this update. This is really interesting to know that there were a lot of speakers, and this was a huge event after this long break. I think this DEF CON happened after a couple of years because of pandemic. We could not have it in between, but it was great to know that people had a good time over there. I did hear about the couple of security safety concerns, as you were mentioning, but And not everything beyond the premises can be under control, but the way people have managed the event was great. Kudos to the team.
Cheers. Thank you.
And just one more thing on top of this to add, people can find most of the talks on Ethereum Foundation channel, YouTube channel. There is also Ethereum protocol roadmap that was organized with the help of ETH Magician team. We try to help a little bit and having speakers over there with Nat Timbeko. I found that was a great success. There was a lot of discussion related to EIPs, which may be under consideration for upcoming upgrades. Yes, the new joiner. Yes, you can be an spectator. Feel free to share your questions or add comments if needed. All right. Anyone else has anything on DEF CON?
I guess really briefly, I did get to meet Tim, talk to Tim for a little bit, and Hudson as well. I got to chat with Hudson on a few occasions, so that was nice.
That's really good. Hudson has been a great contributor to Ethereum cat herders. Probably he is one of the founding team members when the cat herders were initially founded in 2019. So it is a great opportunity to connect. I hope to join the next DEF CON. I don't know if there is any announcement or conversation for the next city for DEF CON event, but yeah, looking forward to it.
Yeah, there was, there's a proposal for Istanbul. So the people that submitted that proposal were definitely there in full force and trying to, get the word out for DEF CON to be there next year. We'll see what happens, but nothing's been decided as far as I'm aware.
Sounds good. We hope that close to mid next year, we'll hear about the venue because it takes time and preparation. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, I think they usually don't announce it this early. Like I would expect it like probably somewhere around end of Q1, beginning of Q2 2023. This one's a bit strange because it was already selected for last year's DEF CON. It's just last year's DEF CON didn't happen.
Yeah, right. All right, we have added a couple of more events. One is ETH India that is going to be organized in association with ETH Global. So it's an in-person hackathon. So people who are there probably would like to join. I'm not sure if they have online acceptance for hackathon, but definitely for speaking opportunities, people can check out for. Next one is ETH Denver that is expected in 2023, February. It's going to be a huge event. Denver has been a favorite spot for Ethereum developers for quite some years. So we look forward to have this event with some new projects, some new conversation. I don't know if people from Ethereum cat herders are planning to join Denver around the time. Please feel free to share. And we can probably have a channel for the event discussion, like they can team up to participate in an event and represent the Ethereum cat herders. Even not, feel free to join. That's a very good point to meet the other people of the community. Moving on, next is a new initiatives and association. Recently, I got in touch with the MGD. I'm a member of Meta Gamma Delta. That is a DAO for women interested in coming into Web3 spaces. They are organizing a fellowship with the help of Consensus. So for the first cohort of fellowship, I am mentoring a few girls over there. Last week, I gave a talk to this group of girls. It was related to Ethereum cat herders, how Ethereum cat herders can provide a stepping ground for new people who are interested in Web3 world and may not be very much technically skilled. There are other opportunities along with being into development side. So I shared the platform. I hope that some of them may be able to join our Discord and probably be able to contribute to Ethereum cat herders in future. A few weeks ago, Huddle team, they shared their decentralized meeting platform. We are still under discussion. Unfortunately, I did not get a get enough time to test it before the meeting, but as promised to the team, I'm hoping to have at least one meeting organized of Ethereum cat herders with this new tool. They already have created domain, have allocated everything over there, but it's just that it needs to be tested before we can have one of the meetings. So if we plan to have the meeting, I would hope that we will give at least one meeting before, warning that the next meeting may not be organized on Zoom, but may be organized on Huddle. It's just an effort to maybe able help upcoming new project. Yeah, the team from Huddle are already there with the cat herders Discord. Yeah, anyone has any question, comment to add here?
Yeah, maybe we should try rolling it out on smaller meetings first, or at least doing some like actual like kind of live fire testing in the background. Like if you want to hop on a meeting with me or something like that, like outside of these meetings, just to make sure that we've got kind of the reliability that we need. And I guess that we have a solid plan in place if it doesn't work. This is nothing against the Huddle team, but like migration is always a pain, and they are a newer platform with less of a budget than Zoom. I think it is fair to treat it as something that might not have necessarily Zoom's reliability. That being said, I do think they're an excellent team. I would be interested in porting over to it, but like, is there a plan in place just for like exactly how we do it, or did you plan on just like going full stop next meeting in Zoom and in Huddle?
No, actually, that is the right point that you raised here. That's exactly the thought in mind. Like we should do it on a smaller scale, make sure everything goes good, and then only we will bring it to the Ethereum cat herders meeting. But even if before bringing it to the Ethereum cat herders meeting, we will give like about 2 weeks in between, so people know that we are not just randomly going away from Zoom and have it over there. If you are interested, probably I can add you to the group. I have ZK Doof already in touch with this team member. Probably we can arrange something. I understand ZK has been bandwidth constrained recently. And yeah, if you're open, we can add you in the conversation and we can take it there.
Sounds good. And again, if you want to just like test it out, it could be you've already been testing it out in other meetings. But like, you know, I'd be interested in testing it out with you, just like hopping on a call, seeing if we're able to hear each other, like things like that. Just like, you know, how easy it is to use, etc.
Of course, we'll do that. I'll see to it maybe this week or early next week. I'll coordinate with you outside the call and have a short call for testing purposes organized.
Awesome. Sounds great.
Thank you. So that's on new initiative and associations. Next comes up ECH updates. I have shared the ECH stats for Twitter, Discord, YouTube, and LinkedIn. I hope people continue looking into the stats. We are hoping that we get more subscribers to our YouTube channel. It has a lot of good content. Similarly, we are open to add people on Discord channel, though we have put some bots in place to stop malicious parties getting into it, the channel. And we are trying to do our best that all bad actors be stopped. Still, if you find or receive any link which may be spam, we have a channel. Please report us over there, and I'll be happy to like kick that person out, kick that user out of our channel. We want to make it a safe place where people can exchange their thought and share some new ideas for the new year 2023. All right, next is excuse me, ECH website. So we have been making some updates to Ethereum cat herders website. If we can look into the pull request and issues section, currently 2 open issues are there. I was hoping to have some. Okay, yeah. So we have 2 open issues right now, that is with respect to merge page and to update the Shanghai page. Shanghai page, we are planning to add a merge readiness checklist with all the proposals which are implemented by different clients. So we are hoping to have that table added over there. I'm expecting the pull request later today. People, if you have any resources that you would like to add for Shanghai page, please either create an issue or make a pull request or share it with us on ECH Discord. We would like to provide as much as information related to the next upcoming upgrade with the help of Ethereum Cat Herders website. Next is ECH engineering. We have EIP bot and EIP-V. I don't know if anyone has any update that they would like to share on this.
Yeah. Remember, I don't know if you remember that I'm waiting for the editors to commit which issues I can take to avoid, duplication or inconsistencies when the pull requests are generated. We spoke about it 2 weeks ago. I don't know, just to refresh that to you.
That is right. I think we are trying to make it a practice that if anyone is working on any of the pull requests, they can probably leave a comment that they are working, so we avoid duplicating the work over there. If there is any issue which is not being under active development by any of the people, like people haven't left any comment that they are working on it, probably that is the right one to begin with.
Okay, I will rescan the issues list and I will write a comment again to see if who is working or not in each one. Thank you.
Sounds good. The next one on ECH engineering is Learn to Earn app. With the release of app, it was super exciting to see that people are taking interest to take all these quizzes, though we have launched it with pilot phase of 4 quizzes over there, and we ran out of POAP in just the first week. We have George here on the call to maybe provide more updates on this app since the launch.
Yeah, so basically like what Pooja said, we ran out of POAPs pretty quickly after launch. We refilled those POAPs, and shortly after refilling them, one of the courses was completely exhausted of POAPs again. So it looks like we may have been like botted on at least one of the courses. It seems like the other ones, they seem like at pretty decent levels. So we might have to transition from POAP to our own NFT that would basically simulate a POAP, but then that won't restrict us to any quantity limits that POAP gives us, and which we've been struggling with. We would ask for like a few hundred POAPs. They would only give us like 100 or something like that. So that has also been frustrating. It has led to the quick exhaustion of all these POAPs. So I would hopefully like to discuss it a little bit today, if we have time during this call, on if that seems sensible in terms of deploying our own NFT, like POAP-like NFT, and which chain to deploy it on. Ideally, like some layer 2, since there'll be costs out of our own pockets, but choosing which layer 2 that is, I don't know if that should be up to, that should likely be up to a vote. So.
Yeah, thank you for this update. George, yes, I think we should probably discuss about the next what we can do with this POAP thing. I understand at this time we have limited number of POAPs, but I'm more concerned about the issue with the bot, right? So if we were botted with POAP, with the new one that we are trying to have created as NFT, do you think we can have some resistance over there? Probably we'll be able to stop? I understand we already have CAPTCHA in place, but what else could be done to not get minted?
Yeah, so in addition to like having our own NFT, which is kind of frees us from the supply issue, supply restriction, we would still need to add some security measures. Like I think we would have to, if you want to earn an NFT at the end of the course, we may have to require sign-in instead of allowing you to also guest mode users. That way it makes it a little bit harder where if the user already minted an NFT for that course, they can't mint it again, at least on the front end. We could also add some provisions in the smart contract as well, where if it's already, if a particular address already claimed an NFT or has that NFT in their balance, then they'll essentially revert the mint, and no additional mint would go to that person or to that address. Additional things we could do is possibly if there's like a lot of minting at one particular IP, we could do IP blocking, but that's something I'd rather not have to do. But those are the security measures I could see. I don't think we could ever fully prevent like the botting as well as someone just like brute forcing in terms of finding a way to just mint a bunch. But the goal is definitely to make it harder. And so at least the signing in as a user to get the reward, at least that makes it a little bit harder. So yeah, those are my thoughts in terms of prevention.
Sign-in is a very good option, I see. And there was one other option I think we discussed in the past, sharing the link via email. How convenient it is for us, because I assume when it is to be done like via email, probably we can add some check over there, and instead of providing the link right away on the screen, it will be done as the second step. And then we can add a check over there that if this link for this particular course has been sent to this email address, should not be sent again. There should not be any further link shared with that email address, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, that could be done too. The kind of like with all these, they all have caveats, right? Like we have to force users to sign in. When it comes to like the email, we have to force them to give us their email address, and then like store their email address. And I mean, it doesn't fully block the issue in terms of like someone could just keep spinning up new email addresses. Just like the same thing, whereas like someone could just spin up a new wallet and sign in with that wallet as like a new user and then do the same thing. But yeah, that's like another way to make it a little bit harder and a little bit more annoying to constantly mint. But I don't know. Email is also like not as favorable just because it's storing the email address. I don't know if a lot of Web3 people are comfortable with that.
Yeah, I think I'm getting your point right now. We are making it work with the help of GitHub. And if we come up with email storing, probably we will need some external database to store it. Yeah, that would complicate it a little bit. Anyways, I'm open to other thoughts. Like if people have thoughts, currently we are discussing two issues related to learn to earn. One is the bot minting, like how we can stop that. And the other one is the limitation of the number of POAPs that we are receiving from the team. So if we choose to go to the path of our own NFT version as a reward for people who want to taking this quiz, which would be the best chain to choose that? We were earlier discussing about Polygon, Arbitrum, Optimism, and Gnosis chain. So yeah, if anyone has any thought to share, please. We can also continue this point on learn to earn channel that we have on Ethereum Catalyst if nothing comes to your mind right now. And if you come up with any thought later on, please feel free to share it with us. We would really appreciate consideration. We want to be as close as possible to Ethereum blockchain, but at the same time, we don't want the minting be very expensive for people who are taking these quizzes. We want to reward them and yeah, as cheap as possible.
Yeah, and Ethereum cat herders would essentially be paying for all the gas. So another thing to point out would be the users. To make it as seamless as possible for the users, we would essentially mint it on behalf of the user. So cost would definitely be a huge factor with that.
All right. With that thought, please try all 4 quizzes available on l2e.ethereumcatherders.com. If you haven't tried it already, we still are running on the POAP. We may have POAPs for 3 courses, I guess. For one, we ran out where we were botted. We are hoping to get that refill. And yes, we will try to come up with different solutions, different options, how to keep this working. We are also looking for people who maybe help us build more quizzes on that. And yeah, to maybe improve user experience. So if you're interested to contribute in this, please reach out. All right. Moving on, the next one is ECH operations. There are a couple of tasks listed here, ECH GitHub backup, YouTube backup, and podcast. ZK unfortunately wasn't able to make this call, though he has shared his updates with me before this meeting. On podcast, EIP 5496 is being edited right now. We hope to get it live by Thursday. All Wallet Dev Meeting 6 was recorded and it is added on Ethereum Cat Herders YouTube channel. People can follow that. There is no update for backup as he was switching jobs and yeah, he could not add more backups there. We hope to get more, but whatever has been done so far is added in the HackMD file that is available on the agenda. Check out the link. The next one is EIPS Insight. Before we go there, I see a comment by George here. The sign in with Ethereum course has no more POAPs. The rest of the courses still have POAPs. Well, right. Yeah, of course. So I will try to get in touch with the team and get it for sign in with Ethereum course. And for rest of them, we do have. So please give it a try. The next one is EIPS Insight. The HackMD link added to the agenda list all the EIPs and status as in the month of October. We have 9 new EIPs added as draft, 1 core and 8 ERC. 2 EIPs are moved from draft to review and 2 EIPs have been moved to review, but those were from the last call. Looks like there are some more edits needed for these EIPs, so they were not moved to the final. We hope these changes to be done soon and the proposal can be moved to the last call one more time. EIP 2535 Diamond Multifacet Proxy is now in the final status. We have recorded PEEP episode on this particular EIP with the author Nick. Check out the episode to learn more about this particular standard. I have received multiple comments on this. People are trying to implement it in different projects. So yeah, if you have comments or if you have question, you are welcome to share that on Ethereum Cat Herders YouTube, Ethereum Cat Herders Discord. We have the author. Hopefully your questions and concerns will be answered. Congratulations to the team who worked behind this proposal, documentation and implementation. For a detail of other EIPs, check out the report added in the link. I'm also working with Team Avaj to create a EIPS Insight website because the current HackMD is updated not every day, maybe 2-3 days. And we want this information to be in sync with the EIPS repository. So this EIPS Insight, which is currently in progress, we are trying to come up with this for people who would like to get access to data. And yeah, this is work in progress. It contains the list of proposals up till the month of September. We are hoping to get it automated. Monthly insight section is still under progress, but other than that, the dashboard can be looked into. It has a very user-friendly dashboard where you can find all the proposals with respect to authors, type, status. A lot of information shared there. I am looking forward to get this website go live with 100% like ready for the community. At this point, we are accepting feedback. Please let me know if you have any thoughts or anything that you would like to see as charts over here. The next section that we have here is PEEP and EEP. We have next PEEP for Grandine, a consensus layer client scheduled for tomorrow at 18:30 UTC. We hope to learn more about this new client on consensus layer. In the meantime, we have recorded, and the recording is available for 5606. I mean, it's not live on the YouTube, but it's still under final editing. I have received it yesterday only. I hope that this would be shared in the next couple of days. We do have more EIPs scheduled for discussion for recording. Please check out the calendar there. And if you are interested in knowing more about any of these proposals, please follow Ethereum Cat Herders Discord and try to be a part of the meeting with your questions. We also have started a form in which we are collecting questions in advance. So yeah, please let me know if you have any thoughts, questions, or if you are implementing these proposals. In next couple of weeks, we can find EIP 5192 and EIP 5646. So yeah, please check out the schedule and be a part of PEEP and EEP meeting. Next one is meeting notes, an action item from Ethereum Cat Herders. Thank you, George. For all core dev meeting, the meeting was paused for a couple of weeks, but we are hoping it to be resumed from this week onward. I have shared the link to the agenda 148, and the consensus meeting 97 is expected next week. For EIP IP agenda for meeting 68 is added here. There's a change of time for EIP IP meeting. It will be now at 1500 UTC. There is an active discussion going on. Probably we can expect some changes in documentation, especially in EIP 1. So if people have thoughts, comments, concerns related to that, please feel free to share it with us on Ethereum Cat Herders at EIP Editors channel. So the change that could be there is a representation of a standard track EIP of ERC category. The proposal is it to be represented or documented as ERC 20. So many people are suggesting that it should be represented as ERC 20 instead of EIP 20. There could be some updates to EIP 1. So yeah, if you have thoughts, positive, in favor, or against, not in favor, please share it with us. EIP Editing Officer meeting 4 was recorded last week. We have shared the recording of it. It can be found on Ethereum Cat Herders YouTube. This meeting has been helping a lot to the new EIP authors. We have received a lot of positive feedback. Some authors who are not getting a full hang of how to document proposal, they are joining us and asking questions from EIP editor Sam Wilson directly. Sam has dedicated this 1 hour of office hour time for EIP editing. So if you are an author and trying to document something for Ethereum repository, you have questions, you have concerns, or you want to learn something about this process, please join us. We generally try to look into proposals which are going into review status, last call, or the final status. But even if you are proposing it and it is in the draft status, you are welcome to join the meeting. Similarly, there is another meeting, KGZ ceremony breakout call. Recording for meeting number 9 is available on Ethereum Cat Herders YouTube. The last item listed here is review of outstanding action item from previous meeting. I'm taking a look here. Yeah, the first one is about the Fellowship with Ethereum Magician thread, where people are accepting proposals for a Shanghai upgrade. Take a look at the link. The link is available on the notes. So please check it out. And we also have this thing added on ECH website, so you can also check out there. What are other action item? I think there is only a few action items. Metago will create a thread for EIP bot discussion in EIP editors channel. I do not see that thread initiated, but I'll talk to Metago, maybe if she is using any other channel for that discussion. Yeah, one important note here, we are looking for more people to document meeting notes, especially for core dev and consensus layer meeting. So if you are interested, please join us on Ethereum Cat Herders Discord. We have bounties for this, so let us know if you have any interest in documenting notes for Ethereum public meetings. That's all from the agenda. Yeah, anyone would like to share anything? Well, I would love to collect some thoughts on what we can do next in year 2023. If there is anything that people think that cat herders can be of value adding in terms of facilitating any meetings, organizing any community level call, or anything else, do let us know. We will be happy to provide any information related to protocol upgrade or progress made on the development side. Let us know the form or the forum that you are looking for. With that said, I think we are done. Oh yeah, I just received the pull request for website update. It is PR75 for Shanghai page, merge page. So yeah, hopefully this is fixed too. Yeah, that's all from my end. I hope to see you all in 2 weeks. Thank you everyone for joining. Have a good rest of the day.
Thanks, Pooja.
Cheers. Thank you.